Hi, this is Whitney with PolicyPack Software. In a previous video, we looked at how to create policies that will allow us to manage applications even if they aren't ADMX enabled by using the PolicyPack Group Policy Edition. In this video, we'll learn how to export those policies, upload them to the cloud, and then see them working on a non-domain joined machine. Before we get started with that, though, let's look at our cloud machine here. Just to put a really fine point on it, I want to show that this machine is very specifically not domain joined, so it will only be receiving directives from the cloud. Now, we already have the cloud client and the client-side extension installed on this machine, which installs alongside of the cloud client. So now we know we have the machine ready to receive directives. Now, let's take a look at the first application that we want to manage, which in this case will be Firefox. We're going to open up Options and take a look. Maybe you want to set a specific home page, but right now your users could change it to whatever they want. Over here in Privacy and Security, oh no, it is saying that Firefox should ask to save logins and passwords, but that could be a huge security risk. We'll get rid of that too. Now, as for some more advanced settings, we can go to About, Config, and it's going to yell at me to be careful, and I promise that I will. Now, there are a ton of options here, but I specifically want to work with the URIS settings. These bottom three here are the three that we want to work with, and I've already inserted values in the policy that I created in the previous video. Okay, so let's go over to our management station here. Now, again, I've already created a policy with the settings in it that we discussed earlier. So what I want to do is edit this policy. And since I created this with the Firefox settings on the computer side, I'm going to go over to the Application Settings Manager on the computer side here. And I am going to select Mozilla Firefox here, and I'm going to choose Export Settings to XML Data File. Now, I'm going to save this right on the desktop and just call it Manage Firefox. All right, so let's minimize this. Now, I am already signed into my cloud instance here. So I'm over here at Computer Groups, and I have my machine in the All group, of course. And so now that we're here, I'm going to go to Upload and link a new XML here. So I'm going to choose what XML policy I want to use, which will be that Manage Firefox XML. I'm going to leave the description here as Mozilla Firefox 23.0 and say Add and Close. All right, so we see that the policy is under this All group here. So let's go back over to our endpoint. And normally, the computer would pull down the directives every 60 minutes, but to save time, we're going to run ppcloud/sync, which will not only sync the computer immediately, but will also give us an RSOP of sorts so that we can see that indeed the Firefox directive is on the machine. All right, so let's go open up Firefox again and see what we have. All right, you see that the home page is already showing that we have set a home page of policypack.com. If I come to options, you will see that the options here are grayed out, so that's being managed. Privacy and security down here, if we scroll down, we'll see we are no longer asking to save logins and passwords for the websites, and I can't make that change either. It's all grayed out. And finally, let's go check out that About Config page. Promise that we'll be careful. And let's search for the URIS settings. And there we are. We have inserted some values, obviously example values, but they are there and they are locked down. It's like magic. All right, so we've done this. Now let's move on to Java. So I'm going to come over here and open up Configure Java. And first of all, under this Update tab, we see that it's going to check for updates automatically. We're going to turn that off and rip the knob off while we're at it. Under Security, we can see that the user can make changes to the high versus very high settings and can actually manage their own exception site list. This could be incredibly dangerous since your users can force Java to run on whatever website they please, and they shouldn't be the ones in charge. Last, let's look at this Advanced tab. Has your CIO been breathing down your neck to remove insecure protocols? Well, currently, Java is using tons of insecure protocols here, and we're going to get rid of that too and lock it down as well. Moving over to the management station again, we'll do the same thing as we did before. We're going to right-click, export settings to XML data file, and call it Manage Java, and save. Now we'll go back to our cloud instance here. We will once again upload and link a new XML here. So I'll grab Manage Java. I can leave that description just as it is, add and close. All right, we see that it has shown up there in that all group. So back over to our endpoint. Let's close this out. And we will run another ppcloud/sync, which again syncs immediately and gives us an RSOP so we can see that. There we go. We do have the policy on here. So we'll minimize this and go back to Java and see the results. So the first thing you notice is, look, the Update tab isn't even there anymore. When I go to the Security tab, I see that Very High is selected and grayed out. And we see that I was able to deliver an exception site list here. But if I try to edit this, it will look like I'm able to. abc.com, add, continue, okay, but it's not there anymore. Only the ones that we delivered remain. Now, getting back to that Advanced tab, let's scroll down, and sure enough, we are only using TLS 1.2 and not these insecure protocols. So how's that for getting rid of those insecures? And here we go. Last but not least, we have Chrome. Let's open it up and take a look at the settings. Let's click on Passwords, and we're going to see that, just like Firefox, it's offering to save those passwords, and we don't want that. If I come over here to Privacy and Security and go to Site Settings, if we scroll down, we see that while it will ask before accessing the camera or the microphone, all it takes is a single click for a user to say yes, and then all of a sudden your secrets are out the window. The policy to manage these settings is, once again, already created, so we're just going to export and upload. So we'll go here and export. We will manage Chrome. And back to here, let's upload and link a new XML here. Grab our Manage Chrome and add, close, see it here in the all group, and back over to the endpoint for one final ppcloud/sync. We see that we got that Chrome policy just as we expected. So let's close this out and open Chrome back up. Now, when we go to our settings, you'll see your browser is managed by your organization. Now we can go look at passwords and see that this is being managed by our organization and we can't make any changes here. And if I come to Privacy and Security, back down to Site Settings, the camera and the microphone are both blocked. And there is nothing I can do to change that because, again, it is managed by your organization, in this case, PolicyPack. So there you have it. This is how you can manage application settings on your non-domain joined machines by using the Application Settings Manager with the PolicyPack Cloud Edition. If this is interesting to you, sign up for our webinar and we will get you started on a 30-day free trial right away. Thanks so much.